Testing, testing. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Alright, testing, testing. Hello, hello. Hold on, I think we got a live stream mix up here. Alright, just give me a second. I gotta fix something. Made a mistake. And then we can get going because we do have an observed tornado warning. So, alright. Alright, testing, testing. Can you hear me? Hold on, something's not working. I don't know if it actually has me live or not. Alright, I think we are good to go. Alright, we can get started here. Let me know if you can hear me, if everything's working well. I didn't really have time to fix anything. I did not know what's going on with all these warning boxes up here. Um, I believe we have different warning boxes because this is different jurisdictions here. But our observed tornado warning, I believe, is coming out of that area right there. CC is messed up, so I cannot tell if there's a CC drop on it, but law enforcement. So we did have law enforcement confirm a tornado on this storm. Oh, waiting for a radar update scan. So we do have a confirmed tornado warning. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for this storm here. These are the type of cells we're going to want to look out for today, as they might possibly try and stay discreet. This right here is why we have that tornado possible tag. We do have a radar indicated tornado warning down here. In Sims, Gibbs, Chula, heading all the way up to Pleasant Hill, Briggsville, and other areas. Still trying to figure out if this is working. Alright, we're good. I'm still sick, so you might hear me coughing, but we have that one down there. And then this is our only other one at the moment. But law enforcement did confirm this tornado. I'm gonna try and go back in velocity, get an idea of what we're looking at. So that was likely when it was all the way back here. Was when once it moved up into there, probably right in those scans there, is probably when the law enforcement confirmed that tornado. And now they're keeping it as a confirmed, as a safety precaution, though it could still be on the ground. We haven't heard any further updates yet, so we're still gonna watch. So anyone within that tornado warning there, make sure you are taking shelter. Like I said, today what we're gonna want to be watching is these more discrete cells like that one. Um, as this environment is pretty primed. We got tornado possible tag on this severe thunderstorm warning down here to the south. I know there was some cells popping up down here. Yeah, so you can see these are really popping off here. And what we're going to want to watch for is if these are able to stay semi-discrete, because this environment is pretty volatile today. For the possibility of tornadoes. And we did have an upgrade from, or we did have a new outlook from the SPC, so let me pull that up real quick. So that we can see what we're looking at here. Alright. So this is our 2 o'clock outlook from the SPC. They have made the risk a little smaller as that line progresses to the east, but we do still have a 10% hatched risk for a large area today for areas like Tulsa, Springfield, all the way down into the Dallas area. So from Missouri all the way down to the Dallas DFW region, we have that hatched 10% for the possibility of strong to intense tornadoes. And then we have a smaller, or another large 5% risk going all the way from Austin, Texas, all the way up to Illinois. And then even smaller or bigger 2% marginal risk for tornadoes from San Antonio all the way up to central Illinois. So we have a large area covering today for the possibility of tornadoes. We still have that 30% wind damage outlook, which has been expanded a little bit, I believe. So damaging winds could definitely be a threat as that line is linear, and then we still have that 15% chance for hail. Tornadoes, some strong, large hail and severe thunderstorm gusts are expected this afternoon. So this is our 20Z update. Ongoing tornadoes / damaging wind potential may further increase through the mid/late afternoon. Alright. So that's that. So I can bring you back here. Alright. We still do have that observed tornado warning on that storm up here to the north. And then that secondary warning for this area down here. So we have 2 different tornado warnings out of this storm. So anyone within those warnings, make sure you take shelter. Those in Columbus, make sure you are taking shelter as you are in the path of this potential tornado that's on the ground. CC is still messed up, so I can't do much looking at that. But there is still the possibility that we do have a tornado on the ground with this storm, as was reported a bit ago by law enforcement. Although it does look like the velocities have let up a lot. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it isn't still on the ground. So make sure you are taking shelter and taking that storm seriously. Let's check in We might have a new area of rotation on the southern storm here. Right just south of Milburn, which is by the Texas and Oklahoma border here. Alright, we got a new scan. Let's see, yeah, so definitely gotta watch this area here. Sorry guys, I'm doing a bunch of things at once. That rotation did let up a little bit. So, but I'd still keep an eye on the storm here. Oh, we did still have, I think they adjusted this warning a little bit. They still have it as observed, although I'm not seeing any areas of definite rotation out of that storm anymore. But still, shelter in place. I'm waiting for a new velocity scan as it is a little behind. I'm just waiting for a new scan on these storms. Here's our rotation on this southern tornado warning here. So that's the area of rotation on that southern one that we are going to be watching. Let's see, do we have... we have no definite CC drop or anything, so not confident that that thing is on the ground, although there is definitely rotation there. We are not at peak yet, by the way. We still have a bit to go yet. So let's see if they still have the law enforcement confirms it. So I'm not seeing any definite rotation on this storm. But it is confirmed by law enforcement still, so those in Columbus or anyone within the path of the storm here should take shelter immediately, as there could possibly, even though radar doesn't really show it, there could still possibly be a tornado on the storm. My guess would be the rotation is probably right in there, just by the looks of it. But make sure you are taking shelter if you're in front of this storm. We're still watching that southern area of rotation, which also doesn't look very definite anymore. But again, anyone in these warnings today should heed them, as this is a very volatile environment. I think almost every severe thunderstorm warning we have, that's by itself, has a tornado possible tag on it. This is the storm I was just talking about to the south here, that I said would need a tornado warning likely. There's your area of rotation right in there. And not seeing any CC drop, but it's going to be a little bit right there. And that is heading up towards Porham. And then beyond that, Weber's Falls, Town. I hope I'm pronouncing these right. Warner. So anyone within this tornado warning should take shelter immediately. As I said, this this environment is very volatile today. So these tornadoes, these storms, if they take a hold of this environment, we could have some big time tornadoes today. I don't want to sugarcoat it or anything, so we could possibly see some big time tornadoes today. So we'll have to be on the lookout for any storms that are more discreet, like this one's semi-discreet. Uh, which this storm right here, I would definitely watch as it's kind of on its own here, and if that manages to stay on its own, it could definitely cause issues in the future because there's no line of storms to mess with it. It has its own environment to work with, and this environment right here, this environment out in front of this line is very favorable for tornadoes today. So what we don't want to see is a supercell take advantage of that. But if we do, it only takes one storm to cause mass damage. So we're here to cover today. We hope that that doesn't happen. A possible area of newer rotation up near Sherwin there. So we'll continue to watch that. I don't believe this tornado is on the ground anymore, as there's not any really sign of rotation on it, but you should still take shelter if you're within this warning. Just gonna set something up. Alright. Yeah, still watching the southern storm because might try and do something. On the other radar, it looked you can see that rotation on both radars there. So we'll continue to watch that storm. This one had better rotation earlier, but it doesn't currently. But we're definitely gonna need to watch that storm. We still do have this tornado warning for that area of very minor rotation there. But what we're watching for is these more discrete cells to pop up. If something like that were to get going, or yeah, so if something like that were to go and then trail off like that on its own, that could be a big troublemaker later in the day. Um, Luckily everything looks more linear right now, but that was kind of expected. We got that kind of line of storms as that cold front pushes it through. And as that happens, we'll bring down the risk area more and more, and that'll bring that linear line across, bringing the threat for damaging winds, among other things. But if we get those supercells to pop out in front of those lines like that, that's where our biggest tornado threat and the possibility for intense tornadoes would lie. They still do have this as an observed tornado warning, so as I've been saying, make sure if you're in front of this warning, you are taking shelter, because they still do have this as observed. Although there's nothing definite on radar to say that. It was confirmed by law enforcement here. This was a little while. Well, they said at 221. So, located near trees for 8 miles. See, where is that? Well, I think it was confirmed back here, and they've just spread that warning down. Still waiting for more scan updates here. Just waiting for our next scan here. Um, the latest scan shows a less impressive storms are this one looks a little less impressive on velocity now. Let's see. Again, there's no definite area of rotation on this storm down here. We will continue to keep an eye on it for the possibility of wrapping up. Yeah, they canceled that confirmed tornado warning on that northern one, and they might do the same on the southern one, as that rotation looks a lot less impressive. Still watching this tornado warning here. As I've said, your rotation is going to be right in there. That area right there where it's trying to wrap up, that's going to be your velocity couplet. That's heading up towards Porham, and then towards Warner, Gore, Weber's Falls, and beyond. So make sure you are sheltered in place and you are heeding those warnings. That tornado warning was canceled on this storm over here. I don't really know what's going on there, but um, like I said, what we're really watching for is stuff like this. These storms out in front of these lines here, as they could definitely cause problems in the future, as they are a lot more discreet. Um, do have a large severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for going from Milburn all the way up here to Kaiwawa and Ashland for 70-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-sized hail, and a tornado possible tag here. And if we go ahead and take a look at velocity, there's kind of a lot going on here. Dallas, Texas is now under a severe thunderstorm warning for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now that rotation is really looking a lot less impressive. It was a lot more wrapped up earlier. We do still have that tornado warning up here near Commerce, um, Oklahoma here. I don't see anything definite on that. Tired today. We do have a new tornado warning here. To the south of Russellville. To the south of Russellville. Yeah. For tornado warning, velocity is definitely there. So we're definitely gonna have to watch the storm as that velocity is definitely there. Um, right now the storm mode is pretty messy. That might clear up though as those newer cells begin to as those cells down to the south really start to take shape. I'm getting increasingly concerned about the this cell here. It looked better earlier. It definitely looked better earlier, so but we will continue to watch that area there. But like stuff like this is what I'm really looking out for as these discrete cells could definitely cause problems earlier as we are in a very volatile environment. I'm also watching, all these pop-ups down here as if one of them were to pop up and remain discrete and then move off to the north. It has its own environment to work with, and this is a very favorable environment as we go into the day here for strong to possibly intense tornadoes. All right, we got our latest scan on this one. Kind of gonna wait. Yeah, so here's our area of rotation here that sparked this tornado warning. It looked better last scan. A lot better last scan, but the rotation is still there. So anyone within the path of this storm should take cover. Those in Danville, Plainview, anyone out in front of the storm in Ward's Crossing should take cover immediately. Yeah, we're kind of passing by the radar site right now, so. Large, I did talk about this one, I believe. That tornado warning up here was allowed to expire. So we are down to 2 tornado warnings right now. This storm looks less impressive than it did earlier. We got plenty of severe thunderstorm warnings out here. Oh, which one was it? Yeah, this one. This storm, I'm a little worried about it as it is kind of oh yeah. This storm right here, this velocity that I just circled here, and I believe we have a CC drop. Yeah, it looks like we may have a tornado on the ground with this storm. This storm that's heading towards Danville and Plainview. We might have a tornado on the ground right now. I gotta make a post. Towards Plainview. Just give me a second. Sorry, guys. Trying to manage everything. Cause I have to. I work by myself, so I have to manage everything. So sorry, y'all. I don't know why this isn't working, but there may be a tornado on the ground with this one here. Yep, we have an observed tornado warning. With a CC drop. And we now do have a confirmed tornado warning on this storm. As you can see the tornado debris signature here. And we do now have a confirmed tornado warning. Yeah, we now have a tornado on the ground with the storm here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to work stuff out here. Oh, and so now we do have a confirmed tornado warning on this storm here. You could see the CC drop here. Oh, did not mean to do that. This is our rotation. It did look better last scan. Our rotation did look better last scan. Well, back here it looked a lot better. And then, but we do have that CC drop on this storm here, which also looks a little more messy than it did just a second ago. But we do have that CC drop on this storm here that I just circled. All of it up here in Pittsburgh, we do have possible few areas here. Why do I feel like I'm so lost right now? We do have that tornado warning still for this cell down here. For that little area right there. We do have that little bit right there. Oh, we do have that. Let me see. Radar confirmed tornado. Yeah, so there's no one on the storm, but it is radar confirmed. Waiting for the next scan on this one on velocity to get a better picture. The velocity looks a lot less impressive, but I believe there is still, yeah, there's still a CC drop on this thing. So it might still be on the ground here, heading up towards Rover. So anyone in this tornado warning should take shelter immediately, as this is a confirmed tornado warning. Radar confirmed there was a CC drop on radar. So this tornado was likely on the ground for at least a little bit there, and I think it probably still is, though it might have been brief. Using this radar, the velocity on this storm looks a lot better, though there isn't anything in the air. And let's see if we got our new scan in here. What am I talking about? We already looked at it. So I'm going crazy already. Well, it's checking on our developing cells down here. We got a couple things that might be trying to get going here, but nothing too overly concerning yet for those areas. The storm up here near Joplin looks less impressive now. It looked like it was starting to take shape and try and develop into more of a supercell there, but it isn't currently doing that. So it looks less impressive. Latest scan on this one. They'll probably issue a new tornado warning on this one, as it might try and drop something. The scan we just had, it looks like it might be trying to come back together a little more again. Um, there we go. Yeah, I think that tornado probably lifted as that CC drop has become a lot less impressive. If you'd excuse me for a second, I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. Had to go grab something. They did issue that new tornado warning like I thought they would for this area of rotation heading over Weber's Falls here. We have a new tornado warning north of Joplin here for a majority of this line here, as there's a couple different areas of possible rotation within the storm, so we will watch that storm. We're gonna wait for a new scan update on this storm here, so we can get an idea of what this rotation is doing. That's the latest scan that CC looks like. I mean that velocity looks like it may be trying to wrap back up again. So we are gonna have to watch that storm, as it might try and do it again. Trying to see what radar would be the best to see that. Watching this storm just to the north of Paris here. Not seeing anything on this one. Let's take it back here. Yeah, they moved this back to radar indicated, but that velocity is picking up a little bit. So we are gonna watch that storm. Arkansas is starting to get going here in terms of these storms. So Arkansas may have I mean, they are in an enhanced risk too for severe weather, but stuff is starting to go on here in Arkansas as so we already had a confirmed tornado out of this storm with the CC drop, but that did go away. The CC's drop did go away, and the rotation let up a bit. But it does look like it might be trying to pick back up here as it moves off towards Danville, Plainview, I mean, sorry, uh, and areas around there. So make sure you are sheltered in place, as this may try and drop another tornado here. Uh, they did bring it down to radar indicated. So we're still gonna be watching this. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna wait for the next velocity scan to kind of say something about it. That CC drop is still not there on the latest scan, but that rotation is still there. So we're gonna continue to watch that storm. Um, The rotation on this storm here over Gore has really picked up. And then we do have that bigger tornado warning up here. For the possibility for tornadoes. There's a couple different areas of rotation there. Yeah, as I thought, I extended that tornado warning here as that rotation is not as strong. Well, I think that's on a different radar. Yeah, rotation looks better on this radar here. But they did extend that tornado warning. I think that uses the Little Rock radar, right? Yeah. But that rotation is still there, so we're still going to continue to watch that. As I said, the rotation over Gore has really let up here. And it looks like the velocity is still trying to pick up on this storm here. So you can actually switch between the two radars and see what they think of each other's scans. So we have two radars to work with on that storm there, as they're about the same distance away from each other. Still not seeing anything impressive on velocity in this one. So we have four different tornado warnings, with one of them being extended. So really three different areas that we're watching here. Gore still doesn't look that impressive with no current CC drop on that storm, which is what I kind of expected. Can't see anything on that radar site, so we're gonna go back to this one. Latest velocity looks about the same as the last. Um, the correlation coefficient is still there, but I believe that it's still left over from the previous tornado we just had. So, but we will continue to watch it. Um, we did get we did just get the 18Z tornado forecast, and for some reason it's predicting 45% hatched risk of tornadoes today. Um, don't believe it, but it gives you an idea of it gives you an idea of what we may be looking at here as continues to keep going. I'm waiting for a new scan on this Danville storm here. So yeah, NATO cast is definitely not backing down. I don't really know what NATO cast is doing, but it's trying to show something, that's for sure. It wants something to happen. Not saying that it won't, but like, man, that'd be quite the outbreak today if NATO cast were to be confirmed there. You can see a little better on this radar now. That rotation heading into Daneville here. This is our latest scan off of this radar here. Kind of jumping between the radars. But it doesn't look like there's a tornado on the ground currently with that storm. We do have a new tornado warning for this storm here, for Wagner. As that rotation is right over Wagner here. Um, Definitely not on the ground currently, but there is definitely a rotation there, so we'll continue to watch that storm for further development, possibly. That storm that was by Joplin looks like it's beginning to dissipate. The one that one right there near Neoshu, but one looks like it's trying to develop behind it. Sorry, that was loud. The radar scan still shows that velocity trying to crank up here. Luckily, our storm mode is very messy right now, so that's kind of limiting our tornado threat. We now have an observed tornado warning here. Now I have a new confirmed tornado warning here for Paradise Hill. That might be our CC drop right there. Um, let's see what it's confirmed by. Weather spotters confirmed a tornado at 2:55 p.m. A train reporter spotted a tornado northeast of Gore. Yeah, so it's gonna be right in there somewhere near Paradise Hill. There's not much for velocity on this confirmed tornado here, but it was confirmed by multiple weather spotters, and my guess it would either have to be this or this here. Areas here. I want to swing it back over to the storm over here, near, right over Danville. This is not a confirmed tornado, but there is a storm over Danville right now, that does have some rotation on it. The storm itself on reflectivity doesn't look very impressive, but there is velocity on it. And you can see it on that scan too. It doesn't look to be on the ground though. That tornado warning over just to the east of Wagner is going to be for that area there. That no longer looks very impressive, but it is still there. Then our Paradise Hill storm here is where our possible tornado would be. That this might be our area of our CC drop here. So we definitely have to continue to watch that storm there. Here's our rotation north of Danville. This is our rotation north of Danville here. That has been known to produce a tornado, as it did so earlier and had a CC drop on it. Well, it wasn't confirmed by weather spotters, but we did have a radar confirmed, as there was a CC drop for multiple scans with that storm there. And now we got our leftover rotation that looks to be trying to spin back up here. And if I use this Fort Smith radar, it tells the same story here. So we're going to wait for a new scan on this one here. Yeah, that rotation is definitely letting up a lot on that storm. But we still have that confirmed tornado here. Just to the north of Paradise Hill now. Possibly right in there might be a CC drop, as it partially matches up with our rotation. So we're still gonna watch this area here. We still have that tornado warning up here. But looks a lot less impressive than it did earlier. I'm gonna have to turn down the brightness on my monitor. I'm getting a headache. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning heading up towards the Afton and Vignetta area here in Fairland and Blue Jacket, producing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 3/4 inch hail. That tornado warning up here was allowed to expire, but we still have a tornado possible tag on this severe thunderstorm. So be careful with that storm. So we're gonna have to watch that storm still. I'm still watching for stuff like this to form. So we're down to 3 tornado warnings right now. Still a little bit of velocity left over on this storm here. massive CC drop on the storm right there. Well, we might have a big tornado on the ground right now out of this storm. Yeah, it's looking like we have a massive CC drop on this storm here. Just to the north and east of Paradise Hill. And this looks like, I think, yeah, this is already a observed warning here. Yeah, I mean that's quite the CC drop. I do believe that the storm is on the ground. I mean, it was pretty definite that that was likely on the ground, at least for a second there. Really though, the rotation isn't all there. I'm trying to figure out if that was a contamination or not. So that was this up there. No, it doesn't look likely. It looks like that was a tornado that we just saw there. Still trying to confirm and see if that was actual. It's hard to tell. One thing I will say is it could have possibly been radar contamination for a second there, because reflectivity slightly didn't line up. But still watch this storm, because that might have just been a tornado there. They did cancel that warning for the severe thunderstorm warning down here, as that rotation let up a lot. Sorry guys, I'm looking at something here. Sorry, it's taking me a second to get an idea what I'm doing. Alright, sorry about that. Alright. Watching a possible area of rotation behind this tornado warning here. Watching the possibility to see if this might try and do something in the future. This warning will probably be allowed to expire. As I've been saying, um, the shear, the thermals are a little different than we planned for, which is a good thing because right now, right now we are in a more of a messy mode, which is a good thing for us because that'll bring down our tornado threat and up the threat for, QLCS brief tornadoes along the line. But we could possibly see, if we get one supercell out in front of this line. Right? This storm is starting to set up a little more for a tornado threat once again, and we did have a confirmed tornado earlier. Yeah, so I'm gonna continue to watch that storm for possibly getting together there. Looks like we might be in more of a little break here from these storms producing tornadoes at the moment, which is definitely a good thing. New severe thunderstorm warning down here, north of Dallas, Texas here, for quarter-sized hail and 60 mile per hour. So make sure you are getting indoors. There's kind of a lot going on with these storms right now, so. One thing I will say that is definitely helping us is this storm front is moving. This cold front behind it is moving a lot quicker than we thought it would. So one thing that may help us is before the storms in front can really get going, they'll be swatted out by these by this line of storms. But I'm watching this. What am I doing? Watching this area here because this might be trying to uh drop another tornado here. Tornado looks a lot less possible with this Russellville storm, but it has produced tornadoes in the past, so we will have to watch it. Still watching, these developing storms down here in Texas as they move off into the areas here that are more favorable for storms. Um, Still watching this storm. Has kind of got that bulge there, which allows that inflow to flow into that storm, and then the outflow. That's where they mix up in the middle there. So that's what we're watching with this storm here. That is, I believe, our only tornado warning at the moment. Yeah. So we're gonna wait for the next radar scan on this one. Latest scans. Yeah, this is starting to look a little more concerning here. As this might try and do something once again. I'm repost something on my Twitter real quick. Yeah, so I think this might try and wrap up again. I don't know why that's behind by 11 minutes. Radar Omega is being really weird today. But this could definitely be a problem here. 'Cause this storm is really getting that look to it there. Where it might try and produce a tornado here soon, I'm thinking. So this is definitely gonna be a storm to watch for a little bit here. So we're gonna continue to watch that storm there. There's a lot of storms to watch today, though. Another area that we're gonna have to watch within the same storm is this area right up in here and going down like that. So what these areas are is that's where the inflow can come into the storm where these notches are. And then when that outflow comes back out like that, that's where they tend to wrap up, and that's where the where we get our rotation from. But right now, there's nothing to worry about up here rotation-wise, as there's nothing showing up on radar quite yet. But we will watch it. Just waiting for our new update here. Our Russellville storm that has produced a tornado in the past looks a lot less impressive now. And any of these storms up here still don't look like much, so we're going to continue to watch this storm here. Um, some areas I'm concerned about is these cells here, as they're getting into better thermodynamics here. Better than these that are all down here. So we will definitely have to watch those. Still waiting for a new scan from that radar, and same for that one. But once we can get that, I can get a better idea of what we're looking at here. Still no CC drop. And what that's for is that pretty much gives you an idea of if there's debris being lofted into the air. Alright. Oh yeah. I think we could have a tornado incoming with this storm here. I heard there's a big CC drop, and I'm trying to figure out where. There it is. We now have a tornado on the ground. Sorry guys, I'm typing up something real quick. Gotta look at. Sorry, I gotta type up my tweets. I gotta do all this. We do have a tornado on the ground with the storm here. Right by Tailholt. The CC did look better on the last scan here. So this is our main area we're watching right now, as we do have an observed tornado warning. I believe this is, yeah, radar confirmed tornado. A nearly stationary tornado. So it is not moving very fast. That CC drop is getting bigger. So the tornado is likely still on the ground with the storm here. So anyone in the path of the storm should take shelter immediately, as this tornado is on the ground. Right here is going to be your tornado. It's almost stationary, according to the warning. It is moving into this town name that I cannot pronounce. And is heading north up towards Titanic, Proctor, Christie, and other areas, producing damage as we speak. So anyone within this warning needs to take shelter immediately. Our velocity is starting to look a little more impressive than it did earlier. Nothing too strong, but um, well, it depends on what radar I'm using. Because if we use, which radar was it? Was it the Fort Smith radar? Yeah, right here. Again, nothing too impressive on velocity, but our latest CC drop continues to get bigger. Um, so anyone in Wawa Illa needs to take shelter immediately. We might possibly have a large tornado moving in to these areas here. This is definitely a big tornado producer here. This is what I'm mainly concerned about at the current moment. This storm may very well be damaging here. The storm looks very impressive on reflectivity too, and you can see our you can see the oh my god, I can't think. You can see the hook on radar here. The storm just that hook there. It's kind of what this is kind of like the embedded supercell we have here. This is our embedded supercell within this line of storms here. Oh, but this was possibly just a damaging tornado that went through that town there. Um, that deeper reflectivity could actually be a could be the debris being picked up into the air there. Uh, lucky for us, the CC might have gone down. It looks like, but that could have possibly just been a damaging tornado that just went right through uh this town here. But it does look like we've had a tornado on the ground there. Uh, the uh, the CC might be picking up again there. So we can continue to watch that, but we are gonna hop over to our other storms real quick because we don't want to leave them out. As we look for the possibility of some rotation here. We do have um. So to give you an idea of what our supercell looks like, this is our supercell that we're looking at here. That is that's a mean looking supercell here. But it looks like we likely just had a possibly large tornado that just came through that town there. Um, Waiting on some newer scans to get some more definitive proof. But that could have possibly just been a large tornado. It looks like we have another debris signature beginning to pick up here on CC. Yeah, so it looks like we have a new debris signature. Um, and they're likely gonna extend this tornado warning here. So here is our CC drop from our potential tornado that is on the ground. But it does look like we likely still have a tornado on the ground. Waiting for our latest CC drop here, which will probably be another minute or two. Um, Based on, I mean, velocities always kind of looked messy on this storm, but in general, the we've had multiple instances of CC drops on this storm, so we do likely have a tornado still ongoing with that storm. And I'm just checking in on our other cells here. We waiting for a new. So it looks like our tornado could have possibly lifted here, as that CC drop looks a lot less impressive. Although that doesn't necessarily mean that we don't have anything there. I believe there could very well still be a tornado on the ground. There's still a pretty good indicator on velocity here that there could still be one on the ground. Um, I thought I'd point this out real quick before going back to that while I'm waiting for scans. We do now have Tropical Storm Raphael, a 45-mile-per-hour wind speed. It's forecast to make landfall in Cuba as a Category 2 hurricane, before making its way into the Gulf, and being in the Central Gulf as a tropical storm. And I think that that forecast might be a little conservative there, but we'll wait and see. I believe we do have I believe they're gonna extend. Well, they will extend this tornado warning out past this area here. Probably out towards Siloam Springs. So anyone out in front of this warning should be ready to take cover, as the storm still looks pretty volatile here. It's lost its hook shape on it, but I still am increasingly concerned about this tornado here, as it could very well still be on the ground right now. Waiting for our CC drop. Get an idea of what we're looking at here. Looks like our CC drop is once again re-intensifying right here, heading right into Christie. This is not a good situation. We now have a PDS tornado warning. Yeah, so we now have a confirmed PDS tornado warning. That means that this is a large damaging tornado on the ground right now. We can confirm this by our large CC drop here. So this storm is very concerning here. This is moving towards this is moving through Christie right now. This velocity is very strong here. It doesn't look as tight, but that velocity is very strong. So this is a particularly dangerous situation. I don't know why the warning looks like that. Um, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado. Weather spotters confirm this, so this is definitely on the ground. As this was confirmed by weather spotters. If you see something on Twitter, like the photo or video of the storm, tag me in it so I can see it. The CC drop looks a lot less concerning, but this tornado is known and has been producing a tornado likely for the last 15-20 minutes here. So this tornado has been going for a while, and this this velocity here is very impressive. So, and if we take a look at reflectivity, it doesn't look as impressive as it did earlier, but definitely something that needs to be watched. But it just looks like Christie might have just got cored by that tornado though. Oh man, it's moving into Strawberry Springs. I heard we might have twin tornadoes. We have another uptick here. Heading into Strawberry Spring right now as we speak. We have another uptick on the correlation coefficient. So this is likely still producing a tornado right now. We have a new tornado warning right behind it for areas over here for this bit of rotation. So we're also going to watch that area, but our main focus is going to be on this tightening up rotation here. We have a new tornado developing right behind it here. That might be developing, but again, I'm mainly focused on this area up here as that rotation is very strong. Christie likely just got cored by that tornado there, and it is now heading up into Strawberry Spring. We're still waiting on our here is our velocity starting to develop on this southern area here, and this matches up with our second area right there where that inflow can come inwards. So we're going to have to watch that southern one also. Latest velocity, this is a very strong area of rotation here. And I'm just waiting for my next CC update here. But Strawberry Spring might have also just been cored by a large tornado here. I'm waiting to see the newest CC drop off of this storm here. Still waiting on this. Yeah, so and we still have an increasing CC drop, so this tornado is likely still on the ground as we speak. Just past Strawberry Springs, and it's still in a populated area here. So we still have a large CC drop on this storm here, and the velocity is quite strong here. Wow, this is a very impressive storm here. Yeah, the storm is likely still on the ground as we speak, as it is still doing damage. And it has gone through multiple towns now, causing possibly considerable damage. So we have to continue to watch this area here. Our latest velocity update here. I don't see any other areas of concern currently. Still watching these storms as they cross over here. The only other area of concern is that right there. We have a little bit of mess up in our. This is from another radar site that gives you another idea. This is the rotation from the other radar site here. So this storm is obviously still on the ground here. And the CC drop is still ongoing with the storm. Um, Sorry. Still trying to get stuff figured out. Oh my gosh. This tornado is likely causing significant damage here. Yeah, this tornado is likely causing significant damage right now as it continues to move off. We might even have twins right now out of these two storms. Because we can see our double rotation go on here. If you see any things on Twitter that you would like to tag me in, do so. We still have a PDS tornado on this one. As that CC drop continues to grow. It actually looks a little less impressive on latest scans here. Alright. 323. This is from our thing earlier. The velocity on this storm still looks impressive, just not as impressive as it did earlier. And we are losing our CC. So these are our two tornado risks right now. Both with notable velocity on them. I'm gonna quickly check our other storms here. And as I was saying, the velocity still looks somewhat impressive with the storm. Not as impressive as it did earlier. This is our velocity on our southern storm. If we look at our new correlation, we could see this is the remnant debris from that tornado. So it looks like the tornado has lifted. We can see that this thing's tracked all the way from over here, and but it does look like the tornado has lifted. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry. All right, hello. Sorry about that. We have a new tornado warning. For areas down here. Oh, for this little cell that we got going on here. We have a new larger observed tornado warning that was just issued for that covers both storms here. Um, Radar confirmed tornado here. As we can see, our debris. We do not have a debris signature, but our velocity is very strong here. Oh, I forgot to remove that. Our velocity is very strong here. Yeah, so we still have a pretty definite velocity on this storm here. Um, this tornado warning will be allowed to expire because this tornado warning covers both areas there. That tornado warning down here is to cover this area of rotation here. We're starting to enter our peak tornado time here. Just waiting for the next scan to come in, but this is still observed as we got our two different areas, but this is our main area of rotation here. All right, here's our newest scan here. So this rotation still does look very impressive here as it moves off to the northeast. People that are in the way of this specific tornado would be places like Highville, Springtown, Rocky Comfort, Healing Springs, Cave Springs, Elm Springs, Centertown, and then beyond that would be Bentonville, Little Flock, Rogers, Lowell. So any areas there are in the path of this possible tornado. And then for the southern one, it could be all these areas down here, but overall, anyone within this warning out in front of these should be taking shelter immediately, as the storm has the possibility of doing stuff we don't want it to do. Our newest scan still shows definite rotation on this storm here. So we still have that area of definite rotation there. Looks like no areas yet. Not seeing anything definitive here. Sorry guys, I'll try not to die in your ears here. We do still have rotation on that storm. The southern one here, we do have some rotation on that one. Just kind of get an idea of what towns are in front of this. I am quite concerned that this storm might try and produce a tornado um, right through this area here. This is a very populated area, and I'm concerned that it's gonna try and do something bad, as it's got multiple um, uh, different areas where it could try and produce a tornado here. Reports that there is a lowering on this southern tornado here. Looks like we have a stronger rotation now on this southern storm. Nothing confirmed on the CC yet. It does look like the rotation up here is beginning to let up, and we're gonna hope that continues as this area over here is a very populated area. So we're kind of but we're watching as does be some possible rotation on this southern storm. I think, uh, um, yeah, that rotation seems to be letting up a lot on this northern tornado warning, whereas the southern one seems to be strengthening. Um, I'm still mainly concerned that this tornado might try and drop one as it comes into this populated area here. I'm really hoping it's not. The velocity is definitely letting up, but as I was saying, this general area here is very populated. So this rotation right here and the old rotation over here seems to be letting up a lot, and I'm hoping that continues to be the case as this would move into the Bentonville area, and that is it's a very populated area, as you can just see by all the streets here. And latest scans kind of shows the same thing. But there is definitely still rotation here heading into Bentonville, and I believe they will be extending this warning soon here to include those areas. But just because the velocities are letting up, this thing still has the possibility of dropping on another tornado, so we will need to watch that very closely. Still watching this southern storm here, but it's not currently doing too much. Not seeing any threats out of those at the moment. Or any of these. But the southern warning still has a tornado look on its velocity. But I am getting increasingly concerned about this southern storm here. Because I mean it's just got that it's got that classic look to it. But I am getting kind of concerned about the southern storm. It's starting to get that supercellular look to it. So this one down here has the possibility of trying to do something. Oh, that warning did drop back down to radar indicated, so uh but still take shelter in areas that are underneath this tornado warning. The main area of rotation would be somewhere within this circle here. Somewhere within that circle, somewhere near the middle there. So, I am getting concerned about the southern one though, and that road is really picking up now. Um, so I could see this southern storm trying to produce something within the next little bit here. Yeah, this storm has a really good look on it. I'm worried about the possibility of it trying to drop something soon here, so we're definitely gonna watch that area here for it to possibly try and do that. But it does look like this southern storm might try and drop. The latest velocity doesn't look as significant. Oh, but it looks like we got a little bit of contamination going on there. So I'm going to wait for the next scan here because there's a little bit of contamination within that scan. And the rotation that was originally up here seems to have fizzled out a lot, which is a good thing. So we could still see the possibility of that trying to wrap back up again, but luckily for now, looks like that storm is really, that rotation is really dying out. Yeah, that rotation is really dying out, so I'm not as worried about this tornado warning up here, but still shelter in place as it's produced a large tornado in the past. Looks like our rotation is really let up on this southern storm here as that hook formation is kind of starting to go away a little bit. Still got these newer cells down to the south. We have these ones up to the north here. So different areas to watch. Yeah, so different areas to continue watching here. But as I was saying, that rotation that was originally up here has really died out. But it's has a history of producing a large tornado. So make sure that if you are in this warning, you still continue to seek shelter. And the southern one, the rotation has really led up to 2 scans ago. That rotation looked really bad there. It doesn't look so bad now. And if you look at the reflectivity, you can see the storm no longer has that really that hook shape that it did for a bit there. I will be right back. Alright, we are back. Sorry about that. Alright. The rotations have really let up on both of these storms here. We do have a tornado possible tag with this storm here, though. Oh no, they'll probably. That's weird. It's got like a reverse thing. I was just about to say they'll probably issue a new warning soon. There it is. For a couple different areas of rotation. Um, Alright. Sorry about that. Um, not too confident in how much longer I can go. I'm really not feeling the best right now. I'm trying. Sorry. Just alright. Sorry about that. New area of possible rotation popping up, maybe just north of Cave Springs here. So I'm gonna continue to watch that area, see if that rotation tightens up at all. One thing I did want to point out is the storm near Isabel might try and do something right there. So I'm gonna continue to watch that. Otherwise, we do have our two warnings up here. This doesn't look. I'm actually surprised this didn't produce a tornado earlier, as as it actually had a hook earlier and more of a cellular shape. It doesn't. I mean, now it's starting to get a little more of a shape again, so it might try and do something once again. But I'm waiting for a new scan from Velocity here. I've been live for 2 hours and 45 minutes, and we haven't dropped. We haven't gone below. We haven't lost any tornado warnings since then. Surprisingly. But watching for possible redevelopment of rotation right in there. Um, and then kind of just along this line in general over here. Looking for a pocket of, stronger rotation where it's going to take over a little more. Yeah, tropical storm, Raphael. Wait, real quick before I look at that. This is the I just called it. Um, oh yeah, real quick. I just want to quickly look at this before I continue with what you were asking. We might have some rotation on the storm here that issued a tornado warning on that storm there. So people in Isabel or Broken Bow, take shelter immediately. Yeah, Raphael today. Um, Let me see here. It is currently Tropical Storm Raphael with wind speeds of 45 miles per hour. I don't know what just happened to that, but wind speeds of 45 miles per hour, millibar pressure of 997. And it is forecast to make landfall in Cuba as Category 2 hurricane with 100-mile-per-hour winds. We do have a tropical storm watch for the Key West for that. And then it's expected to be a tropical storm somewhere around here. I think this could be a conservative forecast, and I expect that it's gonna make landfall in the U.S. at some point going into next week, towards the end of next week. Does that answer what you were asking? If you want anything more specific that you were asking, just let me know. So does that answer what you're asking if you're still here? Looks like our area of rotation is really trying to pick back up again here. Heading towards this is in the just to the east of Stillwell here, and then is heading towards Morrow, Lincoln, Dutch Mills, Clyde, Cane Hill. So anyone within the path of this warning should take shelter immediately. And then still watching the storm here in Isabel. For the possibility, see that stronger rotation there here on this Isabel storm. We now have reports of a funnel cloud right on Idabel here. Sorry, I just gotta type this up. So we do have reports of funnel clouds with that Idabel storm there. So we will make sure we check back in on that. We do have an area of rotation down here for this tornado warning here. So we're gonna have to also continue to watch that. Oh, and something I thought I'd mention is that 2 years ago, 2 years ago on this day, Idabel actually had a tornado hit it 2 years ago on this day in the same exact type of setup. So that would be an unfortunate event if that were to happen. So we are hoping that that storm does not drop at all. 'Cause that would be really bad for Idabel. Sorry, y'all, I'm really not feeling good right now. I'm really not feeling it right now. Sorry, y'all. Don't know how long I can keep going for because, I'm not feeling good. Yeah, so 2 years ago on this day, we had a tornado go through Idabel, and there have been reports of that um stuff. I can't think of the words. Come on, Brady, think of the words. I'll get there. Just hold on. Yeah, we don't want to have a repeat year here, 'cause that would be very unfortunate for Isabel. I really wish we had a closer radar site over here. You would think the areas where the most tornadoes would be, they would have the most radar sites. Oh, this velocity is still trying to wrap up here. It's still trying. But I am concerned about the Idabel storm here, as that rotation is tightening up, and there is a funnel cloud reported that was going over Idabel. We do have a tornado possible out of this storm too. They might even issue a warning soon on that one. Um, as that rotation is trying to come together there, as you can see. We just had a large CC drop on this on the little flock tornado here. I'm trying to look at the velocity here. We now have another. We have a large CC drop on this storm that just went through Little Flock here. This is a very populated area heading up towards Pea Ridge, and then it's going to Hilltop, Garfield, and Walnut. Take shelter immediately. Yeah, based on CC, this tornado is likely still on the ground. This Idabel storm is also on the ground. According to a storm chaser, weather spotters confirmed tornado. So there is a tornado on the ground in these areas here. So this is just north of Idabel. Oh, there's not much to look at on velocity. You can kind of get an idea of that couplet there. But we're so far from radar that you can't get an idea of what it really looks like because we're so far from the radar. I mean, if you look at this radar, you can see the upper level rotation there, which is pretty strong. And I don't think there's a CC drop on this storm because it's too far. We do have rotation on the southern storm here, which is kind of messed up. So we'll try and look back at that one in a little bit here. You still can't see the velocity on this storm, but there is a large CC drop on this storm here. We're still watching for rotation within this storm heading up towards Perry Grove, Farmington, um, White Rock, Johnsonville, Springdale, Bethel Heights. So same areas that just were under a tornado warning area earlier. And some of the same areas that have already been hit by a tornado today. So you got round 2 incoming. We still do not have a correlation on this storm here because it's too far from the radar. This storm still looks pretty concerning down there though. So I'm gonna watch this area, this area, and wait to see if that rotation picks up. This Idabel storm was confirmed by Chris Hall. There is a tornado on the ground north of Idabel. There is also a tornado on the ground that did hit Little Flock here. That correlation has, I think this is an old scan. Yeah. So you can see that correlation pick up really quickly here. I called it right before it happened. And then it's likely still on the ground heading up towards Pea Ridge there, which is a very populated area. You must take shelter right away. So we have multiple observed tornadoes here. I'm waiting for the latest scan on here. Waiting for the latest CC scan here. Alright, so there's just no warning on it. Nice. We'll wait for him to issue that new warning. It's taken them way too long to issue a new warning. They should have already had that warning issued. We do have, I believe, a new tornado warning. I thought we did. Maybe we don't. They didn't issue that new tornado warning, so they must know that it has lifted. But my scan still has not come in. They dropped that Idabel tornado down to radar indicated, as they're confident it has lifted. Dude. Been going for 3 hours and 10 minutes. So I'm watching a couple different areas where sortation might possibly try and come together as it comes into the Springdale and Bethel Heights areas. So this is round two of your storms. It's a very populated area. Still watching our storm near Broken Bow here, as we're very far away from the radar, but we can still see rotation on that storm. And a storm down here has some rotation, so we're also going to be watching that one. I'm going to check the correlation on all these storms because our storm that just hit Little Flock up there did not have anything on velocity that looked concerning. And then all of a sudden a big debris signature fell down. right. Watching this. Watching this area for the possibility of a storm coming out of this one.
All right, so, good evening.
Sorry y'all. Not feeling the best. Alright. I think I'm gonna wrap up this live stream here. For now. I'm not feeling the best at the moment. Yeah, I'm not feeling the best. I've been going for 3 hours and 30 minutes, so um I think I'm gonna wrap this live stream up here, but I will be back. If there is a PDS tornado warning or a situation that looks, you know, dangerous, I'd like to thank everyone who joined into this live stream, and I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you updated on Twitter. I'll let you know if I plan on going live if things start to get really bad again. Otherwise, I'll be posting stuff on my Twitter, reposting videos and tornado warnings and stuff. So thanks to everyone who has joined this live stream. Sorry I have to end it. Even though there's stuff going on, I hope to see you in the next live stream. But the weather looks to be quiet after today. Oh well, I just used the keyword, but the weather looks to be winding down over the next couple days here, except for the fact that we do have that tropical system that will be moving through going into next week. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'll have a new forecast video probably not till Wednesday. So hope to see you guys there. Thank you guys for joining in on this live stream. I'll do an emergency live stream if need be later. Thank you to everyone who has joined, and I hope to see you in the next.